All humans are four component beings. All humans. We are designed this way. We are designed into a planet called Earth this way. There's no getting around it. It's always been this way. Okay? Four component beings. We have bodies. That is our physiology. That is our body component. We have minds. That is our consciousness component. We have energy systems, lots of them. That is our spirit component. Please tuck this away somewhere in your mind so that you can access it. Spirit equals energy equals spirit equals energy equals spirit equals energy equals spirit. We also have a soul component. That is connectivity to the rest of the universe. That's where when have been saying for many thousands of years, way before Christ was ever on this planet walking around in a human body, a little piece of God is inside of you. Well, it's true. It's very true. That is the soul component. It is the connectivity. It is what ties you to everything that is. Everything that is, because it ties you to the actual source of the creative force itself, i.e. God, if you will. Whatever we do, whatever we think, however we live, we are living through four component beings called human beings. We're living human experiences, and our designed experiences are through the four components. All of them, not just some of them, but all of them, all of the time. Why is this so important to know? It is very important to know at this time because the world, in case you haven't noticed, is on the track of going absolutely mad. Okay? The world has gone and lost its marbles. There's all kinds of podcasts on this, and there will be more podcasts on this explaining this in detail, so we're not going to get sidetracked with that. We're going to stay with the four components. But in planetary times like these rarely come about. Any and all humans experiencing the human experience, especially in a time like this, needs to come up to their highest potential. And if they do not understand, we are four component beings, aren't we? Then it is damn near impossible to do that. You need to bring these things up to work as a single unit. That's why you want to understand them and break them down into four parts so you can go, this part does this part does that part does this, and this part does that. And they all work in unison. Wow, what a trippy design. But this is the design, and this is how humans are designed into this planet. And another thing, I'm going to use the gravitas of this, the heaviness of it. Usually I make light of this, but I should not make light of this. This needs to be seriously understood. This is the earthling experience. We literally are earthlings. I come up with these stupid little quips like greetings, earthlings, and say it in a stupid little voice, but this is heavy stuff to wrap the understanding around. We are earthlings designed into this planet, and while we all yet live, that's what we are. As long as you're drawing breath, you have to experience your life through these four components. There is no other way. That is the design of Earth. And this is where I make the little quip, greetings, earthlings, okay? But there's a heaviness to understanding this the way I'm putting it out. It's serious stuff. using your four components, understanding your four components, bringing them up together, not just ignoring them and hoping they go away, is very, very important. Okay, you have to understand, my spirit component must come up, my physical component must come up, my mental mind consciousness component must come up, and that is especially not a joke now. And my soul component, in other words, my connectivity, must get empowered. Okay, I must become a vibrant being. And I say that word vibrant being because if you look through the site, you'll see what I have labeled as vibrant being, and it will make a lot of sense to you. But these are the four components, and we're all just made this way by some very, very, very brilliant being of one sort or another. Now, there is all kinds of things on the site that have to do with bringing these things into balance and enhancing these things, actually enhancing you, because we all live through this, whether we like it or not, whether we know it or not, whether we want to or not. It just is. This is how it is. It's like saying we don't like polarities. We don't like male-female. Okay. We don't like hot and cold. We don't like good and bad. Well, welcome to Earth. This is the place of polarities. We are in the four component vehicles, and that's the way it is. Some things are just the way it is. The quicker you can wrap your mind around this in these times as they are, and everyone's losing they're getting crazy, honest to God, not a joke. But the quicker we can get to understand these things and work with them to enhance them, the better we're going to be able to navigate this terrain of madness. It's actually what it is. It's a terrain of madness that we happen to be living through right now. I'm going to say that whether this is supposed to happen or not, in other words, this terrain of madness, it is happening, and we have to live through it. What choice do we have? There's no way to jump off the planet. It's just not possible because we are tied to our four component beings. So the better we understand the four component beings, the better off we're going to be. And especially some of them, like the energy component, there is all kinds of sciences, all kinds of techniques, all kinds of physics, all kinds of methods that are just amazing in bringing your energy component up. It's quite frankly amazing. I'm not putting you on. I am not exaggerating. It is quite frankly amazing. Same thing with the soul component. Same thing. It is also amazing. We don't usually think about these two components very much because, quite frankly, the impressions that we've gained over thousands and thousands of years by the system makers, that is to say, the people that are, I'm not certain all of them are people, but for the sake of argument, we'll just call them controllers of the earth and setter-uppers, which is a foolish way, very kindergarten way of saying the people that set up the world system as opposed to, hey, God's planetary system, which is what the four components belong to. They have set up the institutions that have bent us away from this, and it happened very, very, very long time ago. Listen to the different podcasts, and you will understand what I'm saying. I have not gone into detail, but when we get to the very long podcasts, I'm going to go into extreme detail and talk to you about how this planet was at one time and when all of this stuff came about, because it is affecting our ability to enhance our four components. And since we live through our four components, and since there's no getting away from the four components, and since the four components offers a lot of stuff for empowerment, then it's a very good idea to understand these things in a very different way, especially in these times.